Once upon a time, on a bitterly cold and snowy Christmas Eve, in a town sparkling with festive lights, lived a little girl named Evelyn. You might have heard of her. Many called her the Little Match Girl. Every day, with her small basket, she would wander the cobblestone streets, selling matches. Her tiny earnings, a small but vital help to her family. Despite the biting wind that whipped through her thin coat and the gnawing hunger in her belly, Evelyn possessed something truly precious. A heart full of warmth and an imagination as bright as the stars. While others hurried from the cold into their cozy homes, filled with the aroma of roasting goose and the sound of joyful laughter, Evelyn found comfort in her own world of dreams. She would press her nose against the frosty windows of grand houses, not with envy, but with wide-eyed wonder. She imagined herself inside, sitting by a crackling fireplace, the flames dancing like merry sprites. She pictured a magnificent Christmas tree, adorned with hundreds of candles and shimmering ornaments, each one telling a story. In her mind, she could almost taste the delicious feast laid out on a long, welcoming table. As the evening grew darker and the streets emptied, Evelyn found a sheltered corner between two houses. Her fingers were numb and her feet felt like ice. She hesitated for a moment before taking out one of her matches. She needed to sell them, but the cold was just too much to bear. Striking the match against the wall, a tiny flame flickered to life. In its warm golden glow, the rough brick wall in front of her seemed to melt away. She saw a magnificent iron stove, radiating a blissful warmth that seeped into her very bones. She stretched out her feet to warm them, sighing with relief. But just as she began to feel truly comfortable, the match went out and the grand stove vanished, leaving only the cold, hard wall in its place. She lit another match. This time, she was inside a beautiful dining room. A snow-white cloth covered the table, and on it sat a splendid roasted goose, stuffed with apples and prunes, steaming invitingly. Suddenly, the goose hopped down from the dish and waddled towards her. Evelyn reached out, her mouth watering, but then the match sputtered and died. The feast disappeared, and she was alone in the darkness again. With a hopeful heart, she struck a third match. Oh, what a sight! She was sitting under the most beautiful Christmas tree she had ever imagined. It was even larger and more wonderfully decorated than the one she'd seen through the window. Thousands of tiny lights twinkled among the green branches, and colorful baubles glittered like jewels. As she reached up to touch a sparkling star, the match went out, but the lights from the tree seemed to rise higher and higher, turning into the twinkling stars in the night sky. One of the stars streaked across the heavens, leaving a fiery trail. "Someone is going to heaven," Evelyn whispered, remembering something her dear grandmother used to say. Her grandmother was the only person who had ever shown her true love and kindness, and Evelyn missed her terribly. She struck another match, and in its gentle light, a familiar, loving figure appeared. It was her grandmother, looking as kind and radiant as ever. "Grandmother!" Evelyn cried out. "Oh, please take me with you. I know you'll disappear when the match goes out, just like the warm stove and the lovely goose." In a flurry, desperate to keep her grandmother with her, Evelyn struck the entire bundle of matches. They blazed with a light brighter than midday. Her grandmother had never looked so beautiful. She smiled, opened her arms, and enveloped Evelyn in a loving embrace. Together, they soared upwards in a halo of light and joy, flying to a place where there was no cold, no hunger, and no sadness. The next morning, as the cheerful Christmas bells rang out, townspeople found the little girl in the corner, with rosy cheeks and a gentle smile on her face. A bundle of burnt-out matches lay beside her. She was trying to warm herself, they said, unaware of the beautiful visions she had seen, or the wonderful journey she had taken with her grandmother. They didn't know that in her final moments, she had found the greatest warmth and love of all. This story reminds us to look out for one another, not just during the holidays, but every single day. A small act of kindness can bring incredible warmth to someone's world. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more tales that touch the heart. See you next time.